That's so f***ed up.
So you're back. You must be a glutton for punishment. I dig it. For all you first timers, welcome to the movies that f***ed me up. You've been watching. Most of the movies that I've been doing have come from the 70s, the 80s. Well, this is a more recent one. This one came out in 2016 to be precise. And what movie am I going to be talking about tonight that f***ed me up? Well, the movie is Tusk. This movie is written and directed by Kevin Smith. Some people thought that this was actually a comeback to what he used to do back in the past before he kind of lost his way. A podcaster heads up to Canada to interview the Kill Bill Kid, who was an internet sensation. Well, when he gets there, Kill Bill Kid killed himself. So he didn't want to waste this trip, and while he's up there, he starts trying to find something that he can interview for his podcast. The movie stars Justin Long, and if you guys saw our Barbarian review, you guys all know how much we love Justin. You also know that if Justin appears in a horror movie that, well, he's about to get f***ed up. Justin Long plays Wallace Brighton. Again, Justin, dude, you keep taking these movies. You must be a glutton also. So while Justin is taking a piss, he's looking up at this bulletin board about the urinals, which I've never seen that before. I mean, normally you see people just writing, you know, bathroom poetry. I love some good bathroom poetry. But yeah, so he finds this letter written by Howard Howe, and he decides to give him a call. Again, generally, if you see numbers in the men's bathroom left behind, don't call. Howard is played by the great Michael Parks. Rest in peace, Michael. Thank you for all your amazing roles. Kill Bill, Planet Terror, Red State, fucking awesome movie. Fun fact, so Wallace went to go meet the Kill Bill Kid. And the guy who plays Howard, he was in Kill Bill 1 and 2. He had 2 different roles in there. Howard is a recluse. He used to be a seaman. Starts telling Wallace all these stories, how he met Hemingway. Some of the stories did sound a little bit far-fetched, but you know, Wallace sat there and listened to Howard's stories. Howard, being the gentleman, offers Wallace a tea. Wallace starts raving about this tea. He basically even says he doesn't even drink tea. Starts raving about it though. Hello, red flags. I mean, come on now. Later, Wallace is looking around, checking all this stuff, comes across the mantle and sees this long thing up there. So he asks him, what is that? Meanwhile, at this point though, Wallace is already kind of touching it and rubbing on it. And that's when Howard tells him that it's a whale dick. And what does Wallace do? He asks him if he can pick it up. He like sitting there stroking it like, ew. And that shit was huge.
Jack says you got a great big cock.
Well, I don't know. I guess so.
May I see it?
Really?
Please.
So Howard starts telling the story about a shipwreck he was involved in and being the only survivor, and how this walrus ended up helping him and rescued him, that he lovingly named Mr. Tusk. Well, so it turns out Howard is a serial killer who turns people into walruses. Ruh-roh, Justin. And that the walrus was made out of human skin from the previous victims. Well, that was kind of really Buffalo Bill of him. This movie has a lot of black humor in it, and as with my other episodes, I am not going to say too much right now. If you have not seen this movie, go ahead and pause it. It's on HBO Max. Check it out, come back, finish this off. If you saw it and you're still here, then you know what poor Wallace went through. Also, if you didn't notice it, Johnny Depp's got a little quirky role in this movie. Anyway, you know why you're here. And this was the shit that fucked me up. Let me take a puff for this. What? I'm doing dry January, so you should be high for this fucking movie.
Hijo de la chingada. Is that a joint, man? That goddamn looks like a quarter pounder, man.
What fucked me up was that when Wallace got rescued by Allie, his girlfriend, and Teddy, oh, the little kid from The Sixth Sense. Anyway, so they come rescue him, and while he's there, Detective LaPointe, I think that's how you say his name, LaPointe, anyway, points the gun at him, and you're thinking, yes, put him out of his misery. And then you get 1 year later, and in the 1 year later, well, fucking nope, they did not put him out of his misery. Instead, you get Allie and Teddy go to the Manitoba Exotic Animal Sanctuary. They show show up with something wrapped up. And I'm thinking in my head, oh, are you fucking kidding me? And then they start calling out for him. Yeah, who is in this dirty ass pool with a little cave thing that they put up for him. So he doesn't come out. They throw the mackerel, and then he comes out, eats the mackerel, and she tells him she loves him. And he looks up. That is up. I mean, honest to God, if they would come close to me, I would stab them with the fucking tusk. I mean, really? You put me here? Shit, put the fucking bullet to my head. Do you see what I look like? And second, how do they not have a way of reversing this? I mean, really? There's no kind of specialist who can fix this hack job that the guy did? So yeah, this movie fucked me up in the sense that instead of putting him out of his misery, like fucking, it's sad. He's gonna live his rest of his life as a fucking walrus and just die. So it doesn't have to be gore or mutilation. Well, even though there was mutilation in this one to fuck you up. What fucked me up on this one is literally they let him live. I mean, it's pretty fucked up. And actually, you know, JR was the one that recommended me this movie. So I'm gonna give him a quick call. That way he can tell me what it was that fucked him up. Probably in the bathroom or something.
1 hour later.
Oh, got a text. Joey, bruh, you doing Tusk? Yo, Justin Long, can the guy get a fucking break? There are so many scenes in this movie that are fucking crazy, but Walrus versus Walrus, that scene fucked me up. Here you have Howard, who decides to put on his own walrus skin suit to start taunting Wallace to fight him. And he tells him, "You will fight me, Mr. Walrus, or you will die. To survive or to die." And then he tells him, "You will have to kill me to survive. And if you kill me, you will live as a walrus." Like, what kind of fucking choice is that? And then they go full walrus. They start going at it, toe to toe, hitting each other. Yes, that scene was very, very funny to look at. So Howard stands up, sheds his fucking walrus skin suit, and tells Wallace, "You have survived longer than the others." I mean, like, what the fuck? What others? How long has this fucking guy been doing this? And then Wallace stabs him in the foot and then starts repeatedly stabbing him over and over and over and over and over again. And then Howard looks up and says, "You are my Mr. Tusk." What the fuck? Guy decided, Wallace, to kill him and live like a walrus. I mean, how up is that? What the fuck? This movie Tusk fucked me up. This is GR. Peace.
Glad you watched the episode. Make sure you come back. Going back to the oldies, and I'm going to be doing Basket Case. So make sure to watch that. Thanks for checking out the episode. And until next time, ta-ta for now.